not. But we are joined now
Chelsea
on the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop, by Eno Sarris, MLB senior writer at The Athletic. Eno, thank you for the time. It's much appreciated. I know you wrote a story about the reverse boycott last night. How impressive of a sight was that reverse boycott in Oakland?
It was great, and just a mix of emotions. Just so many. I was hanging out with fans, and there's anger. There was a lot of F. John Fisher chants, and then there was at the end they were throwing their beers on the field. But there was also sadness. This might be the last time we were all here together doing this, and happiness though to be together, watching a game. And happiness for the players, because it's been a while since they'd had that kind of support. And you could see it on the faces. Trevor May, when he got the save, when he got the final outs, he was pumped, and people were trying really hard, playing really hard. So just a really all-around interesting experience. Nothing I've ever experienced before. Almost, I think, like a baseball funeral.
And it got the attention of the whole baseball world. If you follow baseball people on Twitter, and you were on there yesterday, it was the number one trending topic, and a lot of people going, man, it sure is a shame what's going on in Oakland right now, and this is bad for baseball, and man, I hope they can save the A's. Is it just me, or has this gone largely unnoticed in the baseball world? And maybe had the national attention been there earlier, we wouldn't be at the point we're at now.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think maybe some people just put it in the realm of, hey, they're rebuilding, and then we've had other teams rebuild and they don't have that many fans. And so maybe people thought, yeah, the A's are rebuilding. That's what it's like. But they're down to 8,000 fans a game this year. And, that's bad for rebuilding. That's bad for the A's. It's bad for what they've done in the past. In fact, I look back at 2000 to 2005. They used to draw in the middle of the pack with the American League. In 2018 and 2019, they were good again, and they were at the bottom of the American League still. So I looked at all the factors, the Warriors, the rise of the Warriors, the Giants, economic factors, everything I could look at. It kind of pointed back to the way the owner treated the fans and the market. As soon as he took over full ownership, things like dollar days, dollar hot dogs, those promotions were gone. When he took over, they went from having a 20th ranked payroll to a 28th ranked payroll. When he took over, the basic necessities at the ballpark took a dive. And so I kind of think this has a little bit of shades of Major League to it. I kind of think he did this on purpose. He played a slow game, and he kind of made it look like baseball couldn't work in Oakland, but he was undermining Oakland the whole time.
Slumlord is what I've called him, with us here, Eno Sarris from The Athletic. You just talked about the attendance. Do you believe, as much as the A's are trying to sell the Nevada State Senate on the idea that they're going to achieve average attendance in Vegas around 27,000 people a night?
No, I don't believe it, because they're going from the 10th biggest media market, and yes, they're sharing with the Giants, but they've proven in the past that they can be the middle of the pack there. They're going to the 40th biggest media market. Vegas is automatically the smallest market in baseball. And I know that they say, like, oh, well, we'll have like tourists and stuff. I don't know, man. I looked at like Yankees games attendance in Oakland over time, and that dropped in half from the early 2000s to recently. I don't even think Yankees fans necessarily want to watch the A's. You know what I mean? It kind of takes two teams to have a quality game. And I honestly also don't think, I've been to Vegas plenty of times, and I've never thought, oh, I really needed to add a baseball game to this experience. It's gambling, it's drinking, it's debauchery, it's nightlife. It's not 1 o'clock and 98 degrees, And the other thing that I think of is, if I'm a Yankees or Cubs or Blue Jays fan, I'm not necessarily going to go to Vegas to see the Blue Jays. But if I was going to Vegas anyway, I might reschedule to a time that Toronto's there. So I don't think it's going to lead to a lot of extra tourists for Vegas. And I don't think depending on tourists is a good way to go. The Knights, for example, do really well. The Vegas Knights, that they were an expansion team. They have T-shirts born in Vegas. That's their team. They own that team, and it's powered by local enthusiasm and local attendance, not by people coming in from out of state.
Like you said, you took a thorough look at what has happened to baseball in Oakland and ticket sales, and it seems like 2013 was almost a turning point or an inflection point, and a lot of factors, like you said, play into it. Do you think whether it's a last-second Hail Mary that saves the A's and keeps them in Oakland somehow, or if it's a team that comes in and replaces the A's in Oakland, can that city get back to being the type of baseball town that it was in 2013 and before that, and especially in the early 2000s?
My solution is this. Let them go to Vegas. It looks like it's happening. Let that happen. Don't let them get the A's. They don't get the A's. They get a new team. Fisher, it's owned by Fisher. It has a new name, whatever it is. It's a little bit like an expansion situation. They get their own team. Vegas gets their own team. The A's as an entity stay in Oakland, and Oakland immediately becomes one of the top 3 expansion candidates on the board. And so if an expansion team takes over in Oakland, they're the A's.
I like it.
Eno, thanks for the time. We appreciate it as always, man. Let's do this again soon. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks. There goes Eno Sarris from The Athletic, MLB senior writer. Of course, he was on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
I really like that idea because it's a way to keep the A's in Oakland without the unrealistic hope that John Fisher isn't somehow attached to it, or that you can somehow salvage this thing with the A's as they currently exist.
We got more coming up.